March forward. There's the front.
Thank you very much, Mawia, for joining us this morning from Star FM. And I'm happy to receive you, and I always appreciate the way you come to us to give an in-depth of the education progress we are doing. I think you decided to come to us most of the time because you know that this is the icon and the pioneer of education in northern Kenya. And the chief principal is the most senior principal, and therefore he can give you a reliable information concerning the progress of the Form 1 intake. He can give you progress on examination performance, all that. And we appreciate the way you come so that we can educate our community on the challenges and our expectation with them. Generally, the Form 1 admission was good. We sincerely appreciate the parents have played their role, what they could, in terms of fees payment and cooperating with us to bring the students back to school. Most of the students now, 80% of the upper classes are already in class. The others have gone to where fees was free, like Mandera have gone transfers. A number of them have joined Mandela schools, especially the Form 1s. I'm told most of the students who were admitted to Mandera this time decided to go to Mandera. The drought has affected the animal in terms of prices. One goat could have cost 2 or 3 goats will have been enough for its fees for the term. But this time, even 10 goats may not be enough to pay the fees for the child, because one goat goes for, let's say, 2,000 shillings, when it used to be around 8,000. Consequently, the parents are a bit stressed. We have accepted the request of the government and also the governor of Wajir when he gave us the bursary. We sincerely thank him. If he did not intervene this time, on time, maybe the story could have been a different one. So him giving us the bursary the first 2 weeks was good. I also want to appeal to all MPs. I know they are doing something. Let them also fast track the process so that the schools are not going to be in a bad shape, because we told us not to send away a child. We are not sending them. They are already in classes. And anybody who is now out, kindly come back to school. If you are out up to today from this school, Wajir, because of fee, just come to the principal office. We will take up the matter with your area MP and the governor, and kindly come back to school, and we will admit you. That is an assurance I'm giving on behalf of the board. We have around 32 teachers in total, out of 48 CPA, CPC, CPE, curriculum-based establishment is 48. The number of teachers we have is 32 now, of which 12 of them are POM. Each teacher is paid 20,000. That wage bill is too high. The teachers plus the non-teaching staff, the wage bill for Wajir High School workers is 930,000. You can imagine 4 months times that is about 4 million. That is not coming from the parent, and the government intervention is not enough to meet all the demand. So we appeal all our stakeholders to take education serious bring the student to school, and bring what you can afford so that we can man the institutions. Institutions like Equity Bank, we want to sincerely thank them. Baitul Mal, KCB, Kenya Commercial Bank, the county government, CDFs, all of them are supporting institutions to pay the fees. But still some institutions have not even bring the checks for the student they are sponsoring. We want them to fast track. We have admitted the student. If you know, I don't want to mention the name, you have not paid the check for your sponsored student, please do it on time so that we also, schools don't go to court because of not paying suppliers. On the dorms, Wajir High School is a national school. You are aware most of the MPs come from Wajir High School. Most of the governors, I said earlier, like Roba, the current governor of Mandera, number of them, Ato, our deputy governor here, former senator, MPs, 6 MPs of Wajir County. All these are all boys of this school. And I cry in every media and tell them to intervene this institution of yours that made you what you are. I am behaving like this because I'm an old boy. If I was not an old boy, I think my attitude would have been a different one. So what I was saying is, you have been made what you are by this institution. And please support us. The dormitory of Wajir High School are 10 in number. The population is 950. The dorms can only accommodate around 800. 3 classes are now being used as dorms. I shared the same sentiment with our governor 3 days ago and the senator. They are planning to do something and I want them to fast track that. More so, we need other supporters just to build. I remember one of the days, Nasir, the lawyer, went to Mandera Boys and built how many dorms? Number of dorms, number of classes. Why can't the one volunteer, one good student of Wajir High School volunteer to support, to reduce this overcrowding of the school and build us just one dorm of about 120 students. Otherwise, in terms of performance, you can see Ma'awiyah, the mean of the school is growing right from 2017 to date. Last year, out of 159 students, only 2 students scored D+. All the students have gone above that. This morning, when you met us in the assembly, you see I sat personally with the Form Force aside, and they bleeded and they even pledged to make sure that the mean will go beyond 7.12. It will go to a B- this time. We want to make it a reality. On the issue which is in the social media concerning exam malpractices, we want to create lawyers, credible lawyers, engineers, doctors, who are mindful of their profession. My dear student, I want to appeal to you as a senior chief principal. I want to appeal to you, forget about looking for an existing exam leakages. Read the books. The secret is in the books. The more you think about getting an assistance from anywhere, Kenya National Examination and the Ministry of Education is not ready to do that. And if anybody is cheating you with that, forget about it. So, out of the 24 days the exam was going on last year, 2022. NEC was with us 22 days. 22 days they were in the school compound. And we produced a mean of 7.12 C+. We did not cheat. So everything is possible. With hard work and commitment, everything is possible. So I wish to appeal to the student to be serious, take their time serious, and the parent to bring the student back to school. Thank you very much. I think that is what the message I am sending to my leaders finally is to support us. This national school needs your support in terms of dormitories, in terms of library. Our library, which was built by our former senator, Hon Abbas KK, is just our social hall now. It's a meeting place where elections are conducted every year and winners are announced. They see this hall, we don't have a social hall, we have a library which is empty like that. And this is the library of the school. Somebody has built it, it is now a social hall. Anybody can come and see it. So we appeal that this library to be furnished for us through the CDFs, through the county government, and even a willing supporter. Let my message be taken serious, and I know with those facilities I have the capacity to produce, to turn Wajir High School to a center of excellence. I have the spirit, I have the mission, and I have the heart, and I have the means to make sure that this school comes back to the greater days when it was a national school. Now it's almost it is improving and it is growing well. So I appeal to you leaders to support us. Any issue that may have touched you slightly politically, it is just because you have underworked your duty. I don't shy to say, if today I wrote you a letter and told you help us to get a teacher, and I elected you, and you are undermarking and you are not making, I have to say that you are undermarking. If you will have done it, we'll have done it. If a student is dropping out of school, and I have shared with you, and you are sitting on the government kitty, and I send you SMS, I send you a call, and you neglected that young child. I'm a mentor of children. I will say you have the government kitty, the money is not yours, give the right people to the money to them. That child will save Kenya. He will be a leader like you. So my dear teacher, leaders, I appeal to you to help this vulnerable community. Initially, the Somali communities had negative attitude about education, but now they are rightly struggling hard to make sure they go very far in education. Animals are perishing. The only asset now we have is education. If you look at all villages, all the modern houses were built by educated men and women. All the modern houses that we have seen in Bula Wagbiri, Bula Alimu'u, Bula Holland, are built by people who have been educated, not pastoralists who did it. These animals will come and go. What will remain is the education. Can we put a lot of emphasis on education development? Hii mambo ya lami, hii mambo ya dams, hii mambo ya kujenga structures with millions and millions of shillings. Please develop the human resource. And by developing the human resource, you will have saved this community of Northern Kenya and entirely the nation at large. This is an appeal from the chief principal of Wajir High School and also an old boy of Wajir High. Save us from this sailing ship. Thank you very much.